have the power.
Hey Hero fans, this is Todd, and today I'm going to talk about this. This is the piece that comes inside your Castle Grayskull, and basically it's just a little miniature orb holder. And with mine, I actually drilled a small hole in it and added a light bulb so I could actually light it up, and it looks really cool. But somebody contacted me and said, hey, I didn't get one of these with my castle because I bought it used. Can you help me out? So at first I had my son come over and he scanned it in really good, and we did some changes and updates on it to make it a little cleaner. And I printed some in clear blue, and it came out looking really cool. But I left the parts in the garage. The sun came in and destroyed them all. And then I was kind of annoyed because I didn't get back to them, and they were just a pile of parts. I had like 12 of them made, and they were all just ruined. So I decided to go and print them in FDM. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to make it cool and make glow-in-the-dark features. So here is my glow-in-the-dark version. And the blue glows in the dark. Got some fuzz on here still. Not the fuzz. And then inside I have a blue glow-in-the-dark as well. So when you add the marble, it helps make the marble glow a little bit. Let's go ahead and check this out. Let me turn the lights off really quick. Oh, why isn't my phone unlocking? Trying to get my phone to unlock and it won't do it. All these newfangled devices. Unlock. There we go. Lights off. Let me turn off the overhead light too while I'm at it. There we go. And let's go ahead and check out the glowiness of this. Here's my flashlight here. Let me turn off this light on the camera. Let's go ahead and light this up, and I'll try to block out some of that light with these cups or something. And let's just light this up, and you can see how it glows that light blue. Kind of cool. And I got these really cool marbles right here. And these also glow in the dark. All the little pieces inside. And so all together, you got this really cool looking thing that glows and glows, and the ball glows, and inside the ball glows because of the glowing inside. So, and it's really cool, and I'm pretty happy with it. Except I thought it'd be kind of cool to throw some paint on it. So that's what I'm doing today. So let's go ahead and paint this thing up, and let's get it going. Lights on. Oh, bright light, bright light. So I have my washes here. And so of course with the glow in the dark, you can't add too much color to it or you're going to end up ruining the glow. And my goal is to put a blue wash on these and a black wash on this gray. That's the goal. Pretty easy washes, pretty easy to do. I use these color inks. I'll put a link in the description to it. And here is my blue. And ooh, they got purple. And here is my black. So let's start with the black because that's going to be the most difficult to do. And I'll just shake it up. Come on and shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Now, this is going to go a long ways, I believe, so let's just see. Now, I did not put a clear coat on here first. I probably should have. You know what? I'm going to go clear coat this really quick. I'll be right back. All right, I am back, and it's all painted. Ooh, look at that. Look at the difference. You can see just putting that coat of paint on it already made it look better. Just, it's funny how much better it looks. Anyway, all I did was just use this 2x matte and this Rust-Oleum, and this works really good. And I taped the inside so I wouldn't get any on the inside because I want this to be as bright as possible and it hits with the glow. And every coat of whatever you put on there, it blocks the glow a little bit. So anytime you add paint, you are potentially ruining your glow. Now, if you use UV paint, you've destroyed your glow in the dark. So make sure you don't use UV protection paint with glow in the dark stuff because it works off of UV light. So you'll just ruin it. All right, I got my black paint. I got my black paint still. So let's go ahead and get to town. Oh, I gotta grab my other glasses. Oh, here they are. I got them right here. There we go. Now I got my extra spectacles so I can see better. And let's just go ahead and paint this. Wow, I did not notice the detail on there of the where it printed. That's funny. That's really funny. With my eyes, I couldn't see that it had that little bit of roughness there when it printed out. Weird. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this thing. So I'm getting my paintbrush just a little bit wet. And then just kind of wiping off the majority of it. Just to do a little black wash on here. Oh, that is going to be thick and too much. I may have to go in the other room and wash that off. We'll keep going anyway. We'll just see what it does. And you know what? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Fun, fun, fun. It's funny, my wife and I started watching this show, and I'm really enjoying it. It's called The Mentalist. And I know it was on TV a long time ago and stuff. We're having a hard time trying to find TV shows to watch that aren't like just terrible together. Because we don't like to watch shows that have swearing in it or anything else. So it makes it really hard. Now, granted, I do watch The Boys alone. And I do watch some other shows. But when my wife and I watch shows together, we're very picky about what we're watching together. And so it's been a lot of fun watching it. Now the music of the show is stuck in my head as I'm painting this from their intro. It's kind of funny how that happens. Oh yeah, I'm liking how this is coming out. Just paint that all around town. I don't want to get too close to this edge because I do not want to have it get sticky up there and keep the ball in its place. So I just got to be very careful just to get slightly around that edge there. Now we're not going to put any wash inside the center of this basin, just so that it will still have the brightest glow possible. Looks really cool. I got a small little brush to fit in these areas, but this brush's corner is working really good for this, to get into those tight little areas. All right, I think I got that pretty well. Hooray! Look at that. Look at it! Anyway, my friend Steve always cracks up when I do that. He goes, "You're always doing the SpongeBob thing." So you can see now the coloring of the original versus mine. Mine's a little darker, but that's okay. I'm not trying to make a duplicate of it. Otherwise, I just print it in clear blue and use a lighter gray. But with the black wash, that's pretty cool. Now it's time for the blue wash. So let me go ahead and get my blue out. Look, I used hardly any. I could have used less drops. I do that a lot. I waste a lot of this accidentally. So let's go ahead and a few drops of this. I know it's going to take a little more, so I'll add a couple more drops. And this blue is a little runnier than the black was, so we'll see how this works. All right, let's just go ahead and start coating this with blues. Now this will affect the glow, just as a heads up. So if you're copying me on this after you bought one that's unpainted, just remember, if you put it on too thick, you will affect how the blue is going to glow through this. You know, I love these inks. You could do so much with them and they look so cool. Ah, it's getting hard to paint on this side. Kind of getting excited about going and seeing the new Masters of the Universe movie. That'll be fun. My wife is not really too much of a fan of He-Man and stuff, but she's going to take me on a date. So it'll be fun. She's already got the tickets. Kind of a little surprise, but even though I know about it, so I guess it means it's not too much of a surprise. All right. I am hoping to grab the Castle Grayskull popcorn bucket. We'll see if any are available and if I can swing getting one or not. Because they are pretty spendy from what I understand. That looks really cool. And again, I do not want to paint the inside of the basin. You want to leave that completely alone. Now it's going to dab some dots on here to make them look a little more random. Randomized dots. Then you will set this up to dry, and then we'll come back later and I'll finish the video. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Let's take a look at the difference here. You can see how much difference that already looks. All right, where to put that cardboard? Here it is. We'll just set it right up there. I'll go wash my hands and brushes, and I will be back. Actually, there we go. Had a couple pools forming. Okay, I'll be right back. Look at it so far. It's a thing of beauty. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so I let it dry, and then I added this satin clear coat over the top of it. And as you can see, I have it masked off again. So let's go ahead and pull this masking off. And I was going to actually check the glow right here on the desk, but I decided instead, let's go over to Castle Grayskull and actually see how it looks in the actual hole where it belongs in that little doorway. So let's check it out and see. Got my marble too. Don't forget your marbles. And let's go check it out. All right, so here's He-Man inside Castle Grayskull. And let's go and move up to the next floor. There he is next to Sorceress, and she tells him to go up and charge his sword in the orb room. Dun, 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 dun. I haven't put it in there yet, so let's go ahead and stick this in there and get it all ready. Zoop. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. Alright. Get it ready for the reveal. Let me set this over here. Get a good angle on it. And let me get it flat in there. There we go. Now to get this flat, you got to put it on a slight angle for it to work. But there we go. And let's charge it up. Big old UV light. And And let's shut the door and kill the light. Alright, the light on my TV from behind me is still on, but anyway, let's say He-Man comes up here. And he opens the door and there is the magical crystals and the magical ball. That's pretty cool looking. It does look very much like the 2000X cartoon. Let me go ahead and give it a fresh charge just to see how bright this thing gets. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, it does look brighter on camera than it does in person. Just as a heads up. Let me go ahead and pull the ball out. And let me charge just the inside there. And that should help the ball have a little more glow to it. Now, what's fun, let's turn my light back on here. Oh, what's fun is we got these different swords that we got, like this clear blue one that came with Hero, and this half blue one with silver that came with King Grayskull. If you put these on there, it can kind of give you that cool illusion like it's actually powering up the sword with the power. So that could be kind of fun too, since it's see-through. So kind of a fun little dealy bob. Alright, let me go and try it one more time just for fun. Let me turn this light back off. Let's pull out the big blasting glowing and get the ball out of there. The thing is getting tangled up in the spirit of Grayskull. Look at that. That is so cool. He-Man can come up to there and get his sword ready. Recharge the sword of power like the Green Lantern. Psh, puts it into the blue fiery furnace. Bum, 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 bum. That could be a fun storyline. Now, granted, I do like the taller one better than this one, but man, I'm telling you, that blue glow is pretty cool. It's funny, as the door's closed, you can still see some of the blue in the seams glowing out of there. Oh, it's cooler than I thought it'd be. I didn't think it'd be quite this cool, but I'm actually really digging it. Now, this is the painted one. So let me go ahead and turn the light back on. Hold up. Gotta unlock my phone. Lights on. Oh, bright light, bright light. So there it is in the light. And let's compare it to the unpainted one. So here is the unpainted one, so you can see the difference. And so I'll be selling these separately. The painted one will be on an auction that you can bid on. And the unpainted one will just be a buy it now. I'm only making one painted one just so I can make this video to show how to paint it. So there will be only one. And they will all include the blue marble. I went and bought a bunch of these one time. You know what? I'll sell two different ways. I'll sell one with the blue marble and one without. That will be cheaper. That way, then if you have your own blue marble, you can use the one you got. Let's turn the lights off again and check this out. Okay. Oh, now I locked it again accidentally. Lights off. It's funny, I thought for sure that paint would make it so the glow is not as bright, but that's not too bad actually. It's still pretty bright. Alright, now I do have to caution you, some of these marbles do have imperfections on them. That's just the way they came when I got them, so you will find it's not perfectly smooth on the outside. This one I just opened, and sure enough, it's got the same thing. It's got a little divot thing right there in that spot. But they are really cool. Let me charge the center of this. That is fun. That is really cool. It's funny when you only have half of it charged. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Alright. Well, let me switch this camera around. Wow, that's some crazy looking lighting. Let me turn the lighting on really quick. Lights on. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Like they say in the 1987 movie, good journey. And if you do want one of these, the link's in the description. And you can get the painted one. I'm only going to have one painted one, so it's going to be an auction. Or you can get the unpainted one. And I showed you guys how to paint it. It's pretty easy to do. And I'll have links in the description for the paint, so you can order your own inks. All right, well, thanks for joining me. And that's it. Good journey. Bye now.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it!